Hi, I'm Konstantin from DataLook. Today I'm gonna show you how you can easily replicate one of the 250 plus social good projects available at DataLook.io, adopt-a-hydrant. This app is developed and maintained by Code for America and was originally created for the city of Boston. Since then, the project has been replicated in many other cities and even adapted in many different ways, like adopt-a-tree, adopt-a-siren, and more. This video guide will show you step by step every single process, so don't worry if you're not a developer or a programmer. Myself, I'm graduating in finance, and here I'll show you precisely how I did it. If you have any doubt during the process, and even if you don't, join us on Slack at slack.datalook.io. Slack is a chat platform where you can find a channel for this project with many others working on this replication. There you will be able to ask questions and find all the answers you need. The first step of this replication is to find actual data. This can be tricky since not every city provides open data. For this example, we'll use the city of Helsinki. Try googling keywords like Helsinki hydrants data or open data hydrants Helsinki. This is exactly what I was looking for. In order to continue with the replication, we need to install Ruby on Rails and a few other things. I will guide you through the process. If you have a Mac or Ubuntu, go on gorails.com/setup. You will open this short guide. Follow it step by step. The whole process should take about 30 minutes and will install Ruby, Rails, Homebrew, and a few other things. If you have a Windows computer, go on railsinstaller.org. Then you can download this installer and you will install Ruby, Rails, and a few other things. To check that you install correctly Ruby on Rails, you can open your terminal going on your hard disk, applications, utilities, and terminal. To check that you have Ruby correctly installed, type ruby --v. As you can see, I have the version 2.2.2 of Ruby. For Rails, type rails --v. And as you can see, I have the version 4.2.3 of Rails. Next thing you need is PostgreSQL. You will have probably already installed it. You can check typing psql version. For example, I have the version 9.4.4. If you don't have it, you can go to postgresql.org/download. Here you have the version of Linux, Mac, Windows, and every other operating system. Make sure you have PostgreSQL and Ruby on Rails installed before continuing with the video guide. Okay, now we will start forking adopt-a-hydrant and start actually replicating our application. If you don't have a GitHub account, go on github.com/signup and make one. After that, download the desktop app at desktop.github.com. And after that, you can head to github.com/codeforamerica/adopt-a-hydrant. Once you are here, you will have to press this fork button on the top right corner. Now you will see that you have an address github.com/your username/adopt-a-hydrant. This is your fork of the original app. As you can see, I already made some edits, like I put my website and added Helsinki instead of Boston, a screenshot, and these other things. But I will show you how to do all these things now. Open the GitHub desktop application that you downloaded before. On the top left corner, click on this plus sign. Click on Clone and select the repository adopt-a-hydrant. I don't have it because I already cloned it and it's available here. Just select adopt-a-hydrant and it will create a folder on your computer with all the files. So this is the folder we just created. This is a clone of the fork we have on github.com. Now, let's try to edit some file locally. Let's open, for example, this readme file. Okay, you can open this file with any text editor you prefer. I use Atom, which is free and open source. Let's, for example, remove the smiley face here. Okay, now we remove the smiley face. I press Command S to save, or you can go to File, Save. Once you saved, you have to go on the GitHub app, and you can see one uncommitted change. We removed this line and we added this line. So what we actually did is remove the smiley face. Here you write a small summary of what you did. So remove smile. And then you commit to master. It's very important that you always commit to master after you change a file locally. If you don't do that, you change them only in your computer, and on github.com they will still be the same. At this point, we need to prepare the data and edit the code in order to make our application work for the city we choose. One of the most obvious things is our data in a nice format. For example, a list of latitudes and a list of longitudes. I looked a bit around the files I download and the various formats. And the easiest one for me to edit and make available as a table was this KML file that in my case automatically opens with Google Earth. It's a file for maps in general. So what I did is upload this file in this online tool, which is available at monster.tw/kml2csv. Now this depends a lot from which format you download the data, but the thing you would like to have is an Excel file with all the latitudes and longitudes. In my case, I just choose this KML file. I open it and press get CSV. Once I download this CSV file, I can easily open it with Google Sheets or Excel. So I open a new Google Sheet. I go on File, Import, Upload, select a file from the computer, and I select this CSV file I just created. Perfect. Now I have a list of latitude and longitude. Now we need to substitute all the latitudes and longitudes we just uploaded to Google Sheets in this seeds.rb file. To do that, we can use Google Sheets. We copy thing.create city ID and paste it in the first column. In the second column we write 1 followed by comma LNG. In this column we will paste our longitudes, which we can find from the file we just create. So we select them all, copy and paste. In column F, write comma lat. Here we will paste our latitudes. So we go back to the same file, copy them and paste them. Close brackets. Now we pull this first down until as many latitudes and longitudes we have. In my case 102. We put a 2 here, and if we select these two cells and either pull them down or double click this blue box, it will fill automatically. Same for comma, longitude, comma. Now if you type the following formula, equal A1 and B and C and D and E and F and I, you will see that this is quite similar to the file we need to substitute. Now if we pull this down, double clicking on this blue box, you copy this column and you paste it in your seed.rb file. Now we need to edit a couple of other files. One is this main.js.erb, which is under JavaScript, under app, under your adopt-a-hydrant main folder. The first line you may want to edit is the line number 2, which tells you the latitude and longitude of where the app starts. So in my example, I choose Helsinki, so I will go to Helsinki on Google Maps. I right click and press what's here, and here I would have the latitude and longitude of the city, so I just copy them and paste them here. Another thing you may want to change is this disable double click zoom. I put it as false because I think it's quite useful if you're using a touch device. Then I change also the minimum zoom to 10 because I thought before was a bit too restrictive. You couldn't really zoom out at all. And then a file we need to change is the database. The database is available in configuration conf database.yml. The original database of the Code for America app didn't work for me, so I set up this very standard database, which is, as adapter I put PostgreSQL, encoding Unicode, and database adopt-a-thing, because as I said, this app can be used for many other things apart of hydrants. So I have a development database, a test, and a production one, and this seems to work very fine for me, so I suggest you set it up like this. And then there are a few other things you may want to edit, such as the readme file. This I set up the city, I changed the screenshot, which I uploaded in GitHub, and then just put the screenshot Helsinki. The website, I will show you after how you can link your own domain to the app, and then you can change this and put your own domain here and here, and this is pretty much everything I changed in readme. Then the logos are available under asset, images, logos. Here I uploaded few logos like adopt-a-hydrant Helsinki, the logo of DataLook, and the index file. Index. I changed, for example, the link here and the logo, and this is the landing page, the home page of your app. So on the sidebar here is what you are gonna see. For example, when you open my app adopt-a-hydrant.xyz, you will see the logo of DataLook and link to DataLook, and my email here, which is automatically linked to the feedback part. Another important file to change is the TOS, which is available at appsview sidebar tos.html.ham. Here you should replace Boston with the city you are developing the app for. So for example, here I wrote Helsinki and adopt-a-hydrant. You may also want to replace adopt-a-hydrant to whatever thing you want to allow people to adopt. For example, adopt-a-siren or whatever. And under local, you have the various language files. So if you go to local, for example, the English one, they change the city to Helsinki, the phone number to a Finnish like phone number, the state to Finn, the thing I put hydrant because I'm doing adopt-a-hydrant, and you can change the tagline and a few other things. Every time you modify one of these files, always go to the GitHub desktop app and write a small summary, edit, for example, and commit to master. If you don't do this, it's like you haven't modified any file. I mean, you modified them locally, but it's not on GitHub, and therefore when we deploy the app to Heroku, for example, you won't see the changes. So always commit to master. So now you should have changed most of the files, or actually all the files, and we can start to deploy your app. To deploy your app, there are several services which are very good. One is Amazon Web Services, and the other one is Heroku. For this video guide, we will use Heroku since it's free and fairly easy to use, but if you are familiar with Amazon Web Services, feel free to use it. So, to deploy your app, the first thing you need to do is go to heroku.com and create an account. Once you have an account, you can go on toolbelt.heroku.com and download Heroku Toolbelt. This is very useful to access Heroku directly from your terminal. Once you have downloaded Heroku Toolbelt, go on dashboard.heroku.com and on the top right side, click this plus sign, create new app. Choose the name of your app. For my example, it would be something like adopt-a-hydrant Helsinki, and choose your region. I will choose Europe. Once you have your app, you can choose either to use the Heroku Toolbelt, the GitHub, or Dropbox. In my opinion, GitHub is the best option because then you can easily collaborate with other people in your project. Link GitHub to Heroku, then select your username and write the repo. In our case is adopt-a-hydrant. Search. This will search in your repo and will find adopt-a-hydrant. Click connect. Now we have connected Heroku to GitHub, and we can even select automatic deploys. Before we can deploy our app, we need to create a database. To start creating a database, we go to our folder adopt-a-hydrant. Type cd and the name of your folder. In my case is adopt-a-hydrant. Once you're in your folder adopt-a-hydrant, type gem install bundler. Wait that is successfully installed. Once that's done, type bundle install. This will take a while. Once it has installed everything, you can type rake secret. This will give you this secret token, and once you have that, you can type Heroku login, and you will log into your Heroku account, type in your email at live.com and password. Once you're logged in Heroku, you can type Heroku config set secret token equal, and this secret token you just generate, copy, paste, and app, and the name of your app in my case was adopt-a-hydrant Helsinki. Once you have set up the token, you can go on dashboard.heroku.com, open your app, in my case is adopt-a-hydrant Helsinki, go on deploy and click deploy branch. Once the app is deployed, you can click view. As you can see, the app is correctly deployed, but the only thing missing is the database. In order to make a database, the first thing you need is to go on your folder. Type cd and the name of your folder. In my case is adopt-a-hydrant. Next, type Heroku run bundle exec rake db crate and the name of your app. In my case is adopt-a-hydrant Helsinki. Now you can run Heroku run bundle exec rake database schema load, and again the name of your app. And now you can run Heroku run bundle exec rake db seed. Once this is done, we can go on Heroku, click view, so now you can see that all the hydrants are here on the map, and this means that your database is correctly set up. Now that your app is almost ready, you can go on Heroku, click on your app, go on settings, and here you can set up your custom domain. For example, adopt-a-hydrant Helsinki.com. Now, if I have this domain, I will have to point my CNAME to Heroku. Click on this guide, and you can see that you have to point your CNAME to as name, put www and target your app.heroku.app.com. At this point, you should have a working version of adopt-a-hydrant. You can try it out, type in your email, name, organization, phone number, and password. Now you can see that you have Helsinki, Finland, and type an address, for example, find hydrants. You can choose to adopt this hydrant. Give this hydrant a name. Boulevard. And click adopt. Now you adopted this hydrant. Now that your replication is done, there is still one important step to do, which is find partners and find users for it. It's important that you spread the word about this application, then people start to using it, because if no one uses it, it's quite useless. In my example, in my case, I sent an email to the fire brigade in Finland, try to get them involved, and I received a very nice answer saying that they're really interested in this project and they want to learn more about it. If you have any questions about the replication or the work we do at DataLook or anything else, just join us on Slack. We are more than happy to chat with you. There you can find a channel for adopt-a-hydrant, so you will be able to discuss with other people that are working on the same project, and you will even be able to ask and speak with other people about other projects that we're working on. Thank you very much for following our short video guide, and we really hope to see you soon in Slack. Thank you.